It does disconnect me. Okay, that's good to know. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. Yeah. Okay, so now I know that if I do that, if I want to check anything else on my phone, it does, it does disconnect me. So I cannot do that. But I think data-wise we're still okay. So that's good. So yeah, food is done. Might actually be a good thing because now I'm not gonna eat. So yeah, we're just gonna sit. We're just gonna wait for a little bit, and then surely but surely we're gonna make ourselves. I'm gonna make our way back. I'm probably not gonna stream me being on the bus. But I might stream us walking to the bus station and waiting for the bus. But other than that, like I said, these kind of things are probably going to be short anyway. And like I said, once I figure out how to do this for the long run, and like I said, once I got my my own place, then we can figure out how to do maybe like cooking streams and that kind of stuff as well. So it's probably going to be more IRL streams in the future, if anybody's interested, obviously. At least until, like I said, I got my own space, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you're giving all the caps, man. So yeah, I'm glad I got my hair done. I'm glad that is sorted. I don't know, it also kind of feels like it is a new start as well. Even though the reason why is shitty. But yeah, it just feels like it's a new start, it's a fresh start. And even though not everything is like sorted yet, it does feel a step in the right direction. And at this point, I am grateful for any of the positive steps that are happening. I mean, even just now when I was walking over to the restaurant over here, there was like a 10-cent piece on the ground. I obviously picked it up, and my mind immediately was like, thank you, universe, for gifting me this money, because even that 10-cent piece makes a lot of difference in my situation. And even though I don't like cash money personally, I'm still grateful for it. And for me, it felt a little bit like a sign that money is on the way. Abundance is maybe a big word, but I mean, who knows? Like, if you believe in that stuff, I believe that 10-cent piece is some money manifesting, and it just feels like yeah, like good vibes, like a good situation. So I keep on thinking like I will be okay, I will be abundant, I will be able to be safe, I will be able to get my own place, I will be able to get a job, I will be able to do my hobbies again, I will be able to, well, technically I'm already doing my hobbies, but I will be able to be successful in doing my hobbies. And my hope is for the near future, maybe not for the near future, but for the future, that I can finally start publishing one of my books or one of my series. And even though that's probably going to start out digitally, hopefully we can make that work. So I can also show you what I've been writing over the years, what I've been doing all of these years, hobby-wise. And like I said, maybe write out some more I would say like the fantasy kind of related stories that I had in mind or that I already started to write. Because the ideas, there's plenty of ideas in my head, right? But to actually put them on paper, I've been working on that, put them on paper. But to actually edit them, formatting them, getting them into an actual file, I might need some help from some friends for that. And then hopefully, like I said, hopefully soon I can kind of start on promoting those kinds of books or those kinds of stories to you guys. Because, in all honesty, my dream job still is becoming an author. Hopefully, a successful author. And publishing my books. And I know my books might not be for everybody, which is fine. But writing for me, writing for me is not only something that helps me, calm my mind or write about the day or just keep getting my mind off of things. It's also something that I actually enjoy doing. It's something I actually enjoy doing in my spare time. Obviously, I do still like to stream, I do still like to play games, I do still like to roleplay, and keep that going. But if I can spend some time every day, especially right now, in this situation, if I can spend some time every day writing and continuing the story, making sure that I at least get some words on paper, and it doesn't have to be every day. It's probably not going to be every day. But if I can stay focused and stay on course and determined on writing, then we should be okay. I should be able to write my story for the most part, just at like the first draft or something, or the second draft. I mean, I'm on my third with the first book of the series. And then actually focus on that, make sure that that's sorted. And then focus on editing, focus on, I would say like artwork, or making sure that the format is looking good. And then slowly start to make videos about it, make sure that I might do a little bit of streams about it as well, explaining the situation, explaining the story. And I wouldn't say like building a following is a little bit weird to say, but making sure that people are aware that something is coming, like a book is coming, or a story is coming, or a series is coming. Hopefully very soon. But that's all determined. That's all determined on how it goes. We'll see. Yes, the only thing with that one is because I do not have my tablet with me, I cannot stream that right now. So, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think, like, I'm not even, like, thinking about the full, I'm not even thinking about the full art right now because the story is not finished, and I still need to do editing, like I said, writing, editing, formatting, that basically comes first, and then I can focus on making some artwork or making some cover art or that kind of stuff. But first comes the writing, the actual writing, and the editing of the story. I think that's a good first step to have. I mean, would I still love to do any of that stuff? Yes, I would still love to draw and that kind of stuff. But you know as well as I do, the laptop that I have right now, that's not going to handle it. That's not going to handle it. Even though I have, in the past, I have made some pretty good works with like paint and that kind of stuff, it's not going to cut it for cover art. And I haven't used Canva before, and I haven't used any of that stuff before. I don't have Adobe, any of that kind of stuff. So I'd rather make it with my iPad. But that's another thing I would need to figure out. If I can still get, if I would get the iPad, and then I would say it's probably not going to happen for right now, the situation right now. The iPad is secure and safe, and as well as the PC. So it's not my main priority. Not right now. But yeah, the actual like writing and the editing and all that kind of stuff I can still do. I can still do. It would be something a while away. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I already kind of have an idea in my head, especially for the series. But then again, I'm also a person that would make like multiple versions or multiple options. And then I would basically put it through to, well, I would say to you guys or people that want to vote, which one they think works best, and maybe do like a little spoiler, like a little snippet of the story, and edit to that, and then ask the question like, which cover do you think fits best for the part of the writing that you've just read or heard or any of that kind of stuff, you know? So again, I think the main part still would be writing and editing for now. And that's for the stories, and then we also have the text RP, which I'm still going to continue with. I actually just uploaded like the text RP summary for this week to the Rebuff server, and I am going to try and continue with that, especially now that I have I'm going to try and have this weekend to just relax, to not do too much, and because the whole week I've been going from appointment to appointment, from location to location, and it's just I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. So yeah, I just want to focus this weekend on just to chill, just to hang out. Obviously, I'm gonna be in the PC, and this goes for everybody. If you want to send me a DM asking how I'm doing, you can. I will respond as soon as I can. Same goes for any of my socials. If you want to reach out to me, just you know, send me a DM, send me a message on Discord, send me a message on Twitch. You can send me a whisper. Send me a message on Twitter. I'm still going to call it Twitter. I'm not going to call it X because I don't know why. Send me a message on Blue Sky. You can also send me a message on there. Send me a message on YouTube or comment on one of my videos. Like I said, there are still going to be parts of the roleplay, parts of the story that's going to be uploaded regularly. And then once those are done, they're still going to be on my YouTube. You can still find them on there. You can always watch them back if you want to see the full story. I would suggest watching the first part from Onyx and then go over to Reaver. That would be like the full list. And then, like I said, there's going to be text RP in the servers or in the Reaver server. And then I am going to restream, I would say re-upload, but it is going to show some older streams of mine from like way at the start, like a few years ago. I think it's 4 years ago now, almost. And then you can see basically where it all started at. So those are going to be re-uploaded on YouTube. And then, like I said, hopefully, that's what I'm still hoping, at least that's going to happen. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be able to find a place of my own, get settled there, and then continue on. And yeah, I get what you're saying, like, getting other people's opinions isn't bad. That's true. Because ultimately, it would still be my decision. For any of the writing, any of the cover art. Like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. Even the story is not going to be for everybody. I know that. Because within the genres that I write, one, they are very diverse. Two, especially with the series that I'm writing, it's not something that people... I think it has been done before, like adaptations for like games. Mostly, I would say it's the other way around. Like, there are games or movies made from books. I'm basically doing the opposite. I'm basically writing a series about a video game series. So that's a little bit different. But I would say it's still, like, even that kind of, like, reverse psychology on that. I still think there's still going to be people that are going to be interested in this kind of story. Even though it's a little bit heavier, even though it's a little bit different than what people are used to. And, like, from my point of view, it's also not bad for me to actually be a reader and actually read other people's books. So you get inspired, you get ideas, even if it's not the same genre that you are writing in currently. It's still good to have some kind of ideas of like writing style or something that works for you. So that's basically why I am also going to try and take some time to, one, read my own parts, so I remember the story, I will remember what I started, where I wanted to go with it, and continue on from that. but also read other people's work and take inspiration from that. That's basically what it is. Yeah. At the moment, I would say that personally, for me being a writer or me being an author, I don't really have a set like kind of genre that I write, because it could be anything. It could be anything. And basically, what comes to mind is what I write. So, and that's basically how I am. So yeah. That is basically it. So yeah, like I said, there's 2 parts of the stream. I think we've already been going for an hour technically. Or almost an hour going from the time that we had. It's not bad. Yeah, there's just a comes to 10 that I have to return to the shelter. I think I'm gonna beat my steps record again. But yeah. Just wanted to see, like I said, if this works. It does work, so that's good to know. And then, like I said, hopefully we can do this one again. We can do this again. Let me actually see. I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can. Gonna move you here. 1 second. This will work. See if I can raid. I don't know if I can raid somebody from this. I don't know if it's going to let me, but we'll see. Steven, can you check what Phoenix's handle is on Twitch? Alright, let's see if it works. Does it work? I think it does. I cannot see it, so you have to tell me if it works. Okay. Well, guys, like I said, it's been 2 parts, so this is part 2. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you. Now that we know that this works, I might do this a little bit more frequently. So I might do a little bit more IRL moments, streams, whatever you want to call it. And then, like I said, gotta give our heads up. Everybody stay positive. Like I said, the fundraiser is still going. The fundraiser is going to continue to keep on going. And everything will go straight into the savings so I can get my own place. So I don't have to stay in the shelter for too long. And then, yeah, fingers crossed that it's going well. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you. Thank you for the resub, Demon. I appreciate it. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. I will try to let everybody know on Discord at least. So if you want to follow me on Discord, check out my link tree or check the link underneath my bio. And then I'll see you all later. Bye bye for now.